Mabuhay! My name is Rema and welcome to my art space. We're now here at Gateway Gallery in Cubao, Quezon City to hold another Senaskuela exhibit, and that is with my maestro, who's the father of Philippine art workshops, Maestro Fernando Sena. And come, let's see some of the great artworks in this event. Itong Senaskuela exhibit is actually, I think, like the 5th round of Senaskuela exhibits that has been held by Maestro Fernando Sena. This has been started about 2 decades ago. Nagsimula ito nang pinifeature pa yung kahit yung mga sinuunang estudyante ni Maestro Sena. Actually, ito talaga yung purpose and yung goal ng exhibit na ito. By the way, yung theme ng Senaskuela exhibit for this year is Symphony of Colors. So if you would see, iba-iba yung tema, iba-iba yung kulay, iba-iba yung karakter ng mga paintings na pinifeature dito. But all of these are actually the works of the students of Maestro Sena.
Actually, itong Senaskuela ay inumpisahan ko noong 2003 doon sa Mega Mall, sa malaking gallery doon. At ang mga nag-participate nito, tulad ng Bodlongan, yung mga sa Kalimpusa, yung mga nagtuturo na sa UP, sila yung mga first batch nito. Ang purpose natin dito, una, para magkakilala-kilala ulit, magkita-kita. Pangalawa, para magandang exposure to para sa mga naging estudyante ko. Kasi sila yung physical extension ng talent ko. Well, without their words, without them, hindi malalaman kung paano ako magturo. And then, this will be the result of their, studying painting. At the same time, ito na yung sarili nilang creation. Kaya natutuwa nga ako, nagkakaroon ng ganitong mga exhibit, yung Senaskuela, because actually, this is an excellent opportunity for upcoming artists. Because most of the artists, they have no chance to exhibit their paintings, like for example in the big galleries in Mega Mall or in other malls of our country. So maybe this will be their starting point, so that they will be discovered not only by the viewers but at the same time by the collectors in the future.
This exhibit is being currently held at the Gateway Gallery in Gateway Mall in Cubao, Quezon City, and it features the works of over 60 artists. So this one is my work for this exhibit, and it's entitled Life is Not a Bed of Flowers 2. 2 kasi CD siya actually, a ready-made. A first one that I have previously exhibited in another show. Just like the first one, medyo ganun, same din yung meaning nitong painting na ito, which is like me, I am tired. I'm tired in life. I'm exhausted in my daily routine in life. Sometimes you just want to lay down in a bed of flowers. Pero in this season, while painting this, I was reminded that I needed to rest it. Just like this girl, calm and cozy on a bed of roses. I needed to take a break and, set aside all the work and just take a rest, a breather. Kasi kailangan din ng body natin to rest para ma-restore ito. Kung nagtataka kayo, wala akong process video nito because during the time that I was making this painting, my vlogging camera was being sent to be fixed kasi nabagsak ko siya. Pero I'm so glad my camera is back and I'm back here vlogging, and well, let's see the rest of the works here.
This is my piece for this exhibit. So I entitled it Summertime Reflections. And this one, inspired siya ng mga visit ko sa provinces. Yung sofa ng lola ko sa labas under the mango tree, and yung mga kapis na chandelier noong unang panahon. And I tried to go out of my comfort zone with this size ng canvas. Medyo malaki siya than what I'm used to. And also, yung play of colors, I tried to experiment as well. Kasi si Maestro Sena, he would encourage us to take risks and go out of our comfort zone. That it's not, it's more of the process, our journey is really more of yung process of taking courage over yung display of techniques. But yung sa skill improvement sa techniques, that will also darating din yan along the way. You're gonna master.
I started painting only in 2019 when I was 78 years old. Yes, I'm 85.
Wow!
I am a passionate plantita. I do bonsai. And when I got to the age when my fingers could no longer do wiring and so on, it kept me thinking, why don't I, instead of planting on the soil, plant on paper? Then what I plant in paper, no need to water, no need to fertilize, and they will not fade. So that's why I have this. It will be with me forever. It will not wilt, it will not fade. And I am hoping I could pass it on. I also grow koi. I painted koi kasi they will not die anymore. Hindi na sila tatanda kahit hindi mo pakainin, kahit hindi mo sila oxygenation ng tubig, hindi na mamamatay. They are there already.
So, yung painting ko is called River of Life. It's acrylic on canvas. So, it's 2 by 3 feet. Bale siya yung biggest painting to date that I have. Yung first na layer talaga is the red and white. So, pink yung background dapat. But then, hindi ako masyadong natuwa dun sa color para medyo flat. So, I added yellow. That's why it became this parang sunset peach coral color. So, by the time I got to this area, I was getting really frustrated. May na-discover ako na song na shinare actually nung best friend ko, which is called Hallelujah Even Here. So it's yung pinakinggan ko siya nung gabi, then medyo na-comfort ako. Then the following morning, sabi ko, sige, patuloy. So nag-paint ako ulit, then bigla ko na-visualize yung Calvary's Hill. So makikita mo ito yung dito siya. Then at first, I wanted to put cross sana kasi Holy Week is Easter Sunday. Pero parang mas gusto kong tree yung ilagay, kaya naging ganito siya. Then yung last na pinaint ko ay yung River of Life. Dahil habang nag-paint nga ako, parang na-visualize ko yung water na nagfo-flow. Parang it symbolizes God's grace in painting. Most of the time, what we see is just the finished canvas, but what we don't see is the struggles of the artist behind the work. So, every canvas is a win, in my opinion. Kahit na technically hindi siya siguro maganda, pero yung philosophy nga ni Maestro Sena is every canvas is a step towards your creative vision, ultimate creative vision. So sana by looking at it, you'll be reminded of how God is with us in our frustrations, to our excitement, to every little struggle that we have.
The formal opening of this art show, which was also the artist's reception, was held on March 21, 2026. Yung formal program included speeches from guests of honor like Maestro Julius Legazpi, Granger Bella, and Miss Chona David. And also, merong bagong feature na nilagay dito sa formal show, which is the art talk. And dalawa kami pinag-art talk, si Monica Cabrera and of course yours truly. Ang ginawa namin dito sa art talk is that we asked some of the artists dun sa background ng kanilang mga artworks na fini-feature dito sa art show. And mga konting kwentuhan, konting, pagpapakilala lang. So, kumbaga, kasi actually, ang mga events na tulad nito is sort of like a reunion for artists like us. So parang ito yung dahilan para magkita-kita yung mga naging estudyante ni Maestro Sena. Parang isipin niyo na lang yung parang alumni reunion no sa college ninyo. Parang ganito rin. So kumbaga parang dahilan yung event para magsama-sama ulit lahat ng mga artists. And it was fun. It was lively. It was full of hindi siya basta isipin niyo parang ang formal-formal na mga events na tulad nito. Actually, hindi eh. Mga nagkakatuwaan kami mga artists eh. Kasi kumbaga parang party eh, no? Parang magkakasama kami lahat para to catch up and also, just to have fun. This event actually coincided with the birth month of Maestro Sena kasi he will be celebrating his 78th birthday on March 30. So para itong birthday or advanced birthday party na rin sa kanya. Pero despite being a virtuoso in the art industry, Maestro Sena expresses admiration dito sa current batch na sumali sa latest na Senaskuela exhibit.
Kung titignan ko itong mga gawa ng mga Senaskuela students, parang na makikita na talagang malakas ang loob nila, yung excitement ba nila, nagagrab nila yung opportunity na exhibit yung gawa nila. Tsaka itong batch na to, magagaling itong batch na to. Magagaling, malakas ang loob. Because they believe sometimes doing another thing is one form of relaxation. Yun ang maganda sa kanila.
If you like this video, please click the like button. And if you're here in my channel for the first time, please subscribe. And also click the bell button so you'd be notified of future videos from me. Again, my name is Rema and thank you very much for joining me here in my art space. Until next time, bye! Maestro Fernando Sena has been holding this exhibit for his students simula pa nung I think hindi ayoko na. The formal opening of this art show, which is the artist also the art the formal opening of this art show, which is also the formal opening of this art show, which was March 30. Saba, March 30 at mali eh.